So part two, just before Elvis come in, they had a sit down. He was like the head one of it. So he said, look, Brian's done that for us to get us the television, to get us the video. We're going to have to, let's fucking do a protest. So I think it was 170 or 167, something like that. It was 167, I think it was. Decided to sit down the yard. We're not coming unless you have Brian Cocker out. We went, okay then. So they sat down the yard. He said, if you don't get in, you're not getting your tea. So they just sat there. They were there fucking for hours and hours and hours. So the screws started being a bit, getting more screws from different prisons. So anyway, I knocked on the thing. I said, look, I'll go out and bring them in. He said, I'm so late for that now. So anyway, it was 167, I think it was, on the yard sitting down. And they were out there till about 6 o'clock at night, from maybe, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 6 at night. So a few kept coming in. And I couldn't see them because they put me in the block. I just couldn't see them. So anyway, fucking next minute, the lads went on the fucking, what there was, used to go in the jail then, used to be able to come out, and there was a gym outside, and it was made of wood. Like, lads will tell you, I've been and done, it was all made of wood, and they used to have boxing bags in, you could have the weights, and it was the old 50 pound plates and stuff, and it was old weights. It wasn't like the new ones, the kilo ones, but it was still a good gym. So anyway, the only fucking, most of the Stockton ones who knew me, like Benson, Brad Lancaster, all them went on the fucking roof and went in the gym. And Wagga Watson, another one, he went in the fucking thing, another good lad. They all went on the fucking roof and got through the roof of the gym, smashed it up and got through, and they were throwing fucking dumbbells at the screws. I mean, so the lot went up, so there was only 12 left on this roof. And they tried to get on the big roof, but they couldn't get up, the screws blocked it off. But they were inside the gym then with loads of fucking metal bars, and so they were tooling up with everything. So they were throwing everything at them. So anyway, the screws, 400 screws come to get them out. It was like run the gauntlet in the end. Douglas Hurd come in an helicopter, the Home Secretary. I said, look, if you just give me the fucking, I'll speak to him now and tell him what it's about. You fucking not letting us watch the telly. All this over in our video. All you have to fucking do is give us our right. What he give us, the Home Secretary. I want to speak to him now, and then he wouldn't let me fucking speak to him. I said, I'll go out and get the lads in instead of use lot, because they're all stood with gear. No, they're going to get battered, right? Lancaster, come on down, they fucking battered them like a gauntlet, and then Benson had broken arms, legs, ribs, jaws, everything. What they used to do, they used to ghost it out. So you'd make a complaint to the governing bodies. I've been beat up by the screws. They'd ghost you to Liverpool or something, and you'd make a complaint to Liverpool, then they'd ghost you to say fucking right down to London or something. So you could never make the complaint. They always kept moving you around, called the gravy train, to keep moving you on. So they ghost you out of the jail. So I felt sorry, I was fucking tears in my eyes. I thought all the lads were getting beat up. I was thinking, why didn't I just fucking go down, in the end? So you can't beat the fuckers at the game, but yeah. So they had me in there for 100 and something days it was. I was in the block. But we used our time in there. Just, all I was doing was press ups and sit ups. And when I heard the screws coming, I'd be laid down and I heard the screws coming, I'd go and start doing press ups. So I'd think, they're not getting to me. I think, the fucker's still training, he doesn't give a fuck. But inside I was fucking devastated, sitting in a cell, looking at 4 walls, really tiny little cells, in them days. Only about that wide. You couldn't put your hands out like that, stretch, touch the walls. When you were getting ready, your head was touching the wall, you were trying to put your shoes on, and the bed, they were all made of like a cardboard stuff, all compressed, so you couldn't use any weapons. They were all bolted to the floor and everything. Years ago, this was like 1991, so I was in there. It was horrible, and the pigeons were shitting out the windows and everything. It was fucking filthy, full of diseases and everything, so you just had to get on with it, doing loads of sit-ups. I used to do 500 sit-ups and 500 press-ups a day, just for something to do. Bored, I used to box, shadow box, and move around things like that, and do squat thrusts and burpees and that. There was nothing else you could do, and you couldn't get to the gym enough, and then you're lucky if you could go around the exercise. The exercise, the cage I was in for ages and ages. But yeah, and then one day they come for me and said, right, your visit's been terminated. Well, you fucking mean my visit's been terminated? And I started kicking off, screaming at them. You're fucking asking. He said, no, you're going home. The lad, Steve, they called him, what's his second name, from Eston. I'd only went in and dropped the charges because he was getting stick off, like, so people like allegedly Lee Duffy and people like that were knocking on his fucking door and telling him he fucking better get this sorted. You had a Brian had a fair fight, you'll beat you. Get this sorted. So in the end he broke and he went, and his name was written all over the walls, and all done the year 19. They'd done that for me. So when I was looking at the van they take you, and it's like the one where they take a horse box, you could see out the little windows a little bit, and you could see the names of them. When you go down to church, have a look when the visitors would come and visit and say, next time you're at court, have a look, and then they'd put it all across in Middlesbrough where the court, you go into the bride, when you go into the paddy wagon takes you in, on the top of there, they went bride cockle, they put on the top of it, they put my name written across it. It's like, say, keep going, don't give in, they were saying, and all the message you were getting off the lads. So all the lads in the jail loved me for sticking up for them as well. So another story in the day, guys.